Sorry, where are you going?
I'd leave it like that.
Just back on the little pencil cups. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, now I'm doing it upside down.
Oh yeah.
You guys.
Is that on?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Pretty good. So beautiful day. Yeah, it's all in. It is on. I'm assuming that's a ban on this. Sure. We have more than on the not supposed to
Hey there, you stop it.
not very many. I hit up on yeah, I think they're not doing the first part of the work. Yeah.
Well, if that's the one you're using with the pink on it, that's not the current one. That's not the current agenda.
Yeah, picture. Flash, did you need to?
I think I'm good, thank you.
Okay. You didn't have to color, but it's good. Right. Everybody got one? No good? No, it's not.
All right, are we ready to call this to order? We've got something we need to change on the agenda. Kyle Horner will not be able to be here. Everybody's still reading.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of Kyle Horner from the new business.
Cody and Wes. Any public speakers? Whoops, all in favor? Sorry, I do that every time. Any public speakers?
I just have one thing. Whenever I go down to the recycling center,
Nick Powers?
that concrete, for next to where the bridge is. It got torn out. I don't know if there's a tile on that or something. It's on the north side of the road. There's always potholes and stuff there. Every time I pull in there, it cut into the road. Basically, it's just like a square by like 4x8 square. And I don't know, because you guys are talking about doing curbs at some point. Maybe that'd be a good thing to maybe add to the list, because it wouldn't take that much concrete, but I think it'd be something that could be addressed. Because I think they put a lot of gravel into it, and it's just like a gaping hole. It just seems to keep on popping.
Washing out.
So, yeah,
I can add it to the list.
that's all I have.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
I thought that that's a huge liability because I watched a few kids at soccer this weekend tripping in that.
I guess I don't know. I got to go down there and look at it. I haven't.
You just watched it.
You sure was.
All right. Next is approve the minutes. 4/6, 4/20, and 4/27. I don't think I got 4/27.
I sent them to you, and then I sent them to the group later on.
I don't remember seeing 4/27, but as long as the group got them, I don't have a vote, so. Anybody want a motion to approve the minutes? Brian?
I'll second that motion.
Cody, second. All in favor? Motion carried. Approve the treasurer's report. Does this actually come from the treasurer? Was my question.
No, it comes out of the system. We don't get a monthly report from the treasurer that I know of.
When is our last audit? Are we?
I sent things to the state today to ask for another extension. This is the third year she's asked us to sign for an extension.
Who is she?
Her name just left me.
Is it a
It's an accounting office out of Fort Dodge. Jerry Mayer. She's been doing ours for 20 plus years. Mayor Cornwell, and I don't know how to say the other name, Frieders or something, out of Fort Dodge.
we need an extension for what?
For 25.
For the audit
Yes.
to be done?
Yeah.
Do we have, is 24 done?
No,
Is 23 done?
no, not certified. We have a final copy, but it's not officially certified with the state.
How about 22?
22 is done.
What are our
And
deadlines for those?
It would be coming up here the end of May.
So we're filing an extension for 23, 24, and 25?
Those have already been extended. This is just
So
20.
when is the extension deadline for 23 and 24?
They were already the year after. So 23 was in 24. 24
when is
was
the
in
current
25.
deadline
End of May this year.
For
It's for
23.
25.
for 23 and 24?
So 23's extension is to
Two.
24. 24's
Right,
is
but
to
if 23
25.
is not done yet,
It's not. And then
We
25.
can't do 24, correct?
No, we cannot.
We can't do 23, we can't do 24, and that means we can't do 25. So if we have an extension for 23, what is that extension date deadline?
Until we get things caught up. We can keep extending every year. But now that we've done 3, I'm sure it's going to draw a red flag. You can only extend it a year.
And why, and I know you probably can't answer this, but why is it not done? I mean,
I'm
why
being told she's overwhelmed and they're swamped.
do we need to get someone else? I mean, if
We
it's
can try. I've
if
reached
it's
out.
this, how about if we call the state and have the state come and do an audit?
It's up to you. You get to make the call.
I will call the state. I will have that done. We will need a resolution, I believe, in order to do that. I will bring a resolution in for the next meeting to have the state come and do it.
do we have a contract with our current auditing service, or that's just who we've went with?
Why don't
That's who
we
we've
just
gone with.
have another auditing service do it instead of having the state do
And that's
it?
fine. Because the state's going to charge it. I mean,
The state is going to charge, yep, and so is everybody else. And at this point, it's going to cost us an arm and a leg regardless of who we get to do it.
Do you check prices?
It's going to cost an arm and a leg, I guarantee it. And yes, I have been making calls. I've been checking into it. Yes.
I did get a recommendation from a service, the town of Storm Lake utilizes and speaks very highly of an auditing service in Spencer. That's helped them tremendously with their own sort of budgeting snafus and financial issues in the past. They said that they do a lot of really small towns kind of over that way, and the person I talked to at Storm Lake could not speak more highly of them. So I'm not sure if we want to get some research that avenue too, and just compare and contrast and be able.
If you can give me a name.
Sure.
I did check with one in Humboldt a year or two ago, and maybe last year. It just everybody's swamped.
Do you want to approve this treasurer's report?
This is obviously the first time some of us are even seeing any of these numbers specifically. So what are we approving with this report would be my question.
That is showing all the balances in our general ledger. It is not the actual bank account. It's what our general ledger and our accounting system is spitting out as to where we've taken money from over the month.
Because again, this is the first time we've had this report. So if it's a month, if it's a monthly thing, we haven't approved it every month. So I'm trying to figure out what
It was supposed to be on the agenda all this time, and last year we didn't separate it out because the bills are approved
right
every meeting. So
Yeah.
all this does is put all the bills into the GL lines. That's all it does, is just give you a more hodgepodge account of everything.
So basically it's saying we're approving that we got the report.
Yes.
So it really isn't.
It's not about the
Until we
number.
go in,
You've already
until we
approved.
go in and get audited or
Yep.
to see if the numbers are right. Basically, we're just saying we got the report.
Yes.
are these going to Nick currently?
These don't go to him because he's still back in 2024. And he won't go from 1 month to the next. The way his system is set up, he cannot roll from 1 month to the next. And the only way we can is because we balance the bank every month.
So what do we need to get Nick so that he can get out of 2024?
He's looking for $52 in November.
Do we know where that
24.
is?
$52.
I mean, if he can't get past $52 and we can't find it,
We
how are
have
we
a
ever gonna
suggestion
get-
on the 52 and he will not put it there. So we are at a standstill until hopefully Janan gets approved and can come back and meet with him.
I had talked to Nick a little bit, and it sounded like there was a discrepancy in October and a discrepancy in November, and he's worried that unaccounted money is just going to continue to compound each month because there's not an explanation. He said it was something like $16 or $18 of October 2024, used a push number to get it to even up. November ended up being $52, and so he's worried that
And it's airport fuel. So we just have to get that information to him by somebody who will.
Sure. Can I continue? Just informing everybody else the information I got.
Sure.
So he's worried about that number, that indiscrepancy is going to continue to compound and be a big issue. And so especially if we're going to get an audit, we're going to need to get out of 2024 and quickly. And I don't think it's fair to our city treasurer to have continued to neglect getting him those answers and getting that information, because now he has to play catch up for a
Do
year
we
and a half.
know exactly what Nick needs?
Mm-hmm.
So what does he need and why?
We have sent it to him.
Can we verify that, please?
Sure. I can send you the email.
Thank you. We can approve the report. Approve that we got the report, but we need to start getting some of these financial questions figured out.
Well, and my thing too is we've got some negative numbers that we should not have on our budget. So, approve that we got the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer report we received.
Second,
I'll second.
Wes? All in favor? Passed. All right, approving the bills. I remember getting the bills. Did,
I had a question just on one. If the police phones, PD phones is listed with two different providers, can you just tell me what the difference between
They have a
those two are?
private set of phones.
So one line is what and one line is what?
They carry two cell phones. One is a PD cell phone and one is their personal.
Okay. So Northwest Communications
Is here at the, is what our cell phones through this, not our cell phone, city phones is Northwest Communications. These extra PD phones is whoever you're seeing.
the FirstNet.
Yeah, FirstNet.
Okay.
We just started that one.
So Northwest Communications, it says police phone. That's the landline here for them.
Yeah, it's probably the whole list of everybody, but that report only gives you the top.
Okay.
And they're always going to be the top one because of the number.
All right. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Cody and Brian, all in favor? Motion passed.
We need to sign the April bills. You've got that copy in there too.
We only have one. We only just passed, right?
Oh, okay. I got it on there twice, sorry.
That's fine.
Huh? Yeah,
I love it.
sign the bills. You've got a 2-page bill in there after the treasurer report. Is the bill. Yep, Clayton. Yeah. No, I don't need page 3, it just prints. I'll check the top of this one here.
So are we doing both of these or April bills or May bills?
This is April.
So are we doing,
May bills were in an email to you all. It was a PDF that came with the packet, and it was everything in my red folder in there if you want the originals. We said we weren't printing them anymore, so I'd scan them and send them to you.
Can you start getting everything for the meeting in one email or at least one email thread? Because there's 4 different emails we have to track down for materials for this. So if we can get a packet that everything in one email put together, it'd be a lot more
Sure.
consistent and efficient.
so do we need to approve the,
Yes, they were given to you in a PowerPoint, so I can pay bills tomorrow.
PowerPoint?
A PDF.
I mean, in
A PDF, okay.
It was all.
It's all regular stuff. I don't think there's anything. There might have been a couple medical benefits.
Well, I already made a motion to approve the bills.
True. we
That was
can
for
do-
April.
Well, actually, if you want to, your consent agenda, you approve all that together. So
That's fine with me.
we don't need to separate them all out.
I agree, but it's on here separated, so I was
It's all,
asking
it's
if
all
we
under the
needed-
consent agenda.
We already isolated out the consent agenda anyway, so the fact that these two are under approved bills, he made a motion to approve the bills, it can cover both.
That's good with me. All right, let's move on to old business. Update from the 28E committee. What is that?
The 2080 for Lorenz.
Haven't had a meeting yet. We tried to get something last week, but there's mayor's family stuff going on.
Okay.
So there was no meeting, so we don't need to do anything with that. And this says resign amended, re-sign amended resolution 2 and 5.
These were both brought up last time. They need to be changed because it's got to say city admin / city clerk to pay the bills. And then resolution 05 is the lawyers. Nicole wanted more description under Busty.
I thought we decided that we were going to leave number 2 alone and just let it, because you are city admin / clerk, and hopefully we're going to get a clerk signed on here pretty soon.
Okay,
Is that not what we,
maybe I misunderstood.
and maybe I misunderstood. I'm
I think, yes, that's where we were going to leave it.
Okay,
And 5, I think having that with the extra description is fine. I think that one looks good.
I think in the future, if you amend a resolution, though, we need to add the amendment to the end. We can't just change the original resolution. The original resolution was passed as is. That document needs to stay official. And when we amend it, the amendment is added on to the end of it, not just changing the original document.
okay, notes taken.
So do we need a motion for re-signing those?
We're not going to re-sign
No.
02, correct?
Right. For 05, I think.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendments to resolution 05.
Second.
Cody and Brian.
Need a roll call on that? Or?
Yep.
We add the amendment on this one. Isolate it out.
So you want me to bring it up again at the next meeting? with
We
it
can
added to
approve
the
it.
end?
We can approve it with an amendment.
Okay,
That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying. The amendment should be isolated out at the end. You can't change the original document. The original document was passed as was. So you have to add the amendment as an additional thing. So if we can, I just want to make sure she knows to tailor the document that's given to us, that we're passing it with that amendment.
I can amend it.
Are we doing a roll call?
Yes.
Harrison.
Aye.
Stover. Van Dong.
Aye.
DeWall. Motion carried. All right, now we're on to new business. Approved chamber events.
Calendar I sent everybody with what roads Parker would like to have closed in June and August, right? Are the dates, basically. Just gonna do the whole shebang at one time this year.
And then also the liquor license.
Yep, liquor license, yep.
So we make just
The road closures and the liquor license.
Yep.
was the liquor license in there?
It's up for the same time frame. So it was in his email.
It was just an email.
It's a quick one.
Yeah, but I just mean normally we approve liquor licenses.
At the
The
top.
consent agenda.
Well, if we approve the June events, then when I file it, it'll come up to the top.
So we're approving the events to occur.
The streets. Streets, roads and liquor.
You just said that we'll approve the events tonight and then we'll approve the liquor license next meeting.
We can approve them both tonight.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the road closures for the chamber and the liquor license for their events.
Second.
Cody and Brian. All in favor? Motion carried. Discuss, accept council member resignation. I'm going to read Dewey Flaherty's resignation. Honorable Madam Mayor and fellow City Council members, it has been a privilege to serve our community during these past few months as a member of the City Council. I sought this position because of my previous experience working with the city and my desire to contribute meaningfully to the place we all call home. My hope is to offer valuable insight and help make a positive difference for our residents. However, recent circumstances have made it clear that my continued presence on the council may create more challenges than benefits, which was never my intention. In light of this, and out of respect for the council and the community, I hereby submit my resignation from my council seat, effective immediately. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Sincerely, Dwayne Flaherty.
Date on that.
April 22nd. He brought it to me on the 23rd. Third, 4th, 24th. Okay.
I will make a motion to accept his resignation.
Cody, any seconds? Brian? All in favor? Opposed?
I,
Opposed is Harrison and Van Dong.
What's that mean?
Doesn't pass.
It doesn't pass. I did some research today on whether I can break a tie. If there's 2 and 2, for instance, in this, when it comes to HR, I can break a tie. There are only 3 things, and I can't tell you off the top of my head right at the moment. There are only 3 things that I cannot break a tie. I don't think this is something that he's not going to come back. So it's not something that I'm going to break a tie on this, but for the record, there's 2 that accept it and 2 that do not. So we'll just leave it at that. And I'm not going to say motion passed or doesn't pass. We're just going to let it hang.
I think I would like to have some more clarification on that. You breaking a tie. That's truly correct. As the way I take it is it has to pass, since there's 4 people on the council, it has to pass at 51%, so it didn't pass.
But I think it's based on seats. So it needs 3 no matter what, because we have 5 seats. So it needs 3 to pass.
That is the way that it reads.
There's different things you're voting. There's different ways you vote.
Yeah.
You vote majority of who's here, or you vote majority of the council. There's different.
And it counts when they're not here on some.
And you still don't have a majority on this one.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's either passes or it doesn't pass. There's no tie. So if you're going to take it that way, Dewey's vote would be a no because he's not here. So then it's 3-2.
So why is Dewey's vote a no since he's not here?
Because he's not here.
So that's an automatic no? Why is it not an automatic yes?
It's a no vote.
I
Like a no vote, not meaning he would not, it's not, maybe approved and opposed would be better uses of words here. His vote is a no vote. It's not an approved or an opposed, so it doesn't count. So it's based on seats that the council has. We have 5 seats. It needs 3 to approve. Failed. No matter what, no matter how we look at it, the motion failed. So the question we need to ask now is, what are the next steps we need to take with the fact that that motion failed?
I will reach out to Goldie. He's in a different time zone, so we'll see. He might respond.
Maybe you should say who Goldie is.
He's from the League of Cities. Jeff is his first name.
So we're going to leave that one hang. Is that correct? Or are we going to say it passes? Motion carried. Is that what we're saying?
Motion failed. Moving.
Motion failed. That sounds good. All right, moving on. Form a committee to coordinate ideas, updates with the Parks Board.
I was asked to put that on the agenda.
We need to get something going for the shelter house before the insurance is up. If we
I think we made that previous committee with the Recs board and Parks board was going to be included with that. I know that the premonition of that committee was to see how we could all work together to help make those things more efficient. Do we want to adopt that committee as the same for this purpose since they're already interacting with the Parks board?
Who was on that committee? You. That's what I thought.
And just be able, that way the Parks board doesn't feel like they have different people to reach out for different things. It might just be a little more efficient that way. But
I agree.
Up to everyone else. That was an idea I had. It just seems a little more direct.
That's fine with me. Talk to Stephanie and just find out what our time frame on that shelter house is and come up what we're going to do.
I'll make a motion to use the previous rec committee for this purpose as well. Coordinate with the Parks board regarding the shelter house specifically.
Thank you for remembering that.
I'll second that.
Cody? All in favor? Motion passed. Update on the city clerk position. Possible recommendation for hire.
I have interviewed 3 people, and one has a very nice background. She already understands minutes and agendas and balancing the check, because that is the main part of that position. She's done payables, she's done receivables, she understands the books. I would like to bring her in at 23. I also have to have that approved to start with.
Do we have resumes for?
I can't share them.
You can't share even a name?
No.
Just checking.
Feel comfortable approving someone for a very important position that definitely needs to have financial background.
She does.
I would love to see.
You have to trust in this situation because I appoint. I hire.
You hire, you don't appoint.
I hire, yes. And especially this position, I understand what this is going to take.
And my name goes on the appointment, and I don't feel comfortable appointing someone that I don't know is suited for the job.
But once you choose who you appoint, we know, right? And then we approve if we agree with that, who you chosen.
Yes.
So you haven't chosen.
I have chosen 1 out of the 3.
Okay, so then when will you get us that so we know who we're going to be appointing.
You want a copy of all?
She's telling us she can't give us.
I can't
That
give
was
you their
my
name
question.
and information.
That's what I'm asking. Like, how do we,
How does
How do we
this
appoint
council
some-
approve
You
or
can give the
appoint?
resume, but you can't give us the name.
Okay,
So.
well, darn, because she could start next week.
Well, you
Where
see what
this
I'm
is gonna
saying,
put
is
us
you
in
can't
June.
give the name, but you can give the resume, we can look at it, and then us can recommend, but if you recommend a certain one, two, or three,
Mm-hmm.
then we can look at the resume and say, okay, that's fine, and then you can announce your
Okay,
hire.
then I'll bring it on the 18th.
I mean, you haven't even put, it isn't on here to appoint anybody right now.
No, I just.
just says
it would be
update.
higher. So here's the update. Yes, I've interviewed one and I'd like to bring her in. I'll bring the resume information on the 18th.
Right, so you mark them 1, 2, and 3,
Yep,
and then
it's
recommend.
really down to just the one.
But
I understand that, but
Yeah,
Is that-
The
is that
bartending
what
and-
your three you were?
then you recommend whatever 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll look at the resume and then say yes.
okay. Okay, we can do that.
so this person cannot start until after this council has
Review,
agreed.
review the
reviewed.
resume, and then if Laura wants to privately, or not privately, but reach out to us through an email or whatever, that she recommends 1, 2, or 3, we can look at it, and then the next meeting we can vote on who we want.
Okay,
That
Sounds
sounds
good.
like a plan.
I can do that.
So we don't really need to do anything for that one, correct?
No.
Approve Mr. Powers to the Board of Adjustment Committee.
Changed the whole town.
Does Mr. Powers have anything to say? He usually says something.
I got that. Join the board and help out, and more than happy.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So we need a motion to appoint
I'll make the motion.
Brian. Second,
Second.
Wes. All in favor? You're on the Board of Adjustment. Nick,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeehaw.
Update approve Rotary grant landscaping for the splash pad.
Yes.
What does
So
that mean?
Parks has been notified and they're fine with this, so I'm just letting council know. The front southwest corner of the splash pad corner up there is going to have a memory garden. This is Jessica's wish. This will be a rock garden, raised rock garden with a bench to sit on. Her idea is for people, family members, to bring painted rocks and add to the garden as they choose, and then sit on the bench, and they're walking up steps and brushes, and it's just going to be rock. All we'll have to do is weed whack around the edge. But it's just taking up space. And she wants to use a big industrial umbrella because the fixtures do not come down in the winter. So this is a big Gore-Tex. This is a $4,000 shade.
And they're taking care of all of that.
Yep.
The Rotary.
Rotary, yes.
Are these just two different viewpoints of the same garden, or what are?
Yeah, one's above and one's straight at, and then we can pick what shrubs and grasses and whatever. We want it to be all perennial, so it comes up every year.
Is the Rotary going to maintain?
Yes, yes, whatever we have to.
Well, you just said weed whacking around it.
The city will mow like we do.
Who will maintain inside the perimeter? Like the flowers?
It's going to be covered in rock, so it really won't need
I mean, who's going to cut them back in the winter? Who's going to?
the city.
And because weeds are going to grow.
You guys got green thumbs over there?
They can whack shrubs. I can go down.
Who maintains the flowers at the?
We don't have anybody right now because the flower group, garden group I don't know the actual name, have retired.
The garden club,
They have
they
retired.
they're done.
Dissolved.
Okay.
I thought they were gonna do the courthouse
They
this
might do
year.
one more year.
They were gonna do the courthouse this year, and then they're done.
Maybe it's something that they should just do all pavers and pots of flowers.
Okay,
It would be a little
less maintenance.
less maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the idea. I'm not a huge fan of continuing to put more on our city employees. I feel like we use that as a scapegoat quite a bit, and right now they're down a person anyway. So I love the idea. I think that that would be a great way to compromise that situation and maybe be able to support local people that do planters every season or something along those lines. That seems like a better way to go about that.
Rotary has picked the garden center, I'm not sure the name, the one in Gilmore City, to design this for them. So we can work with Jason and continually. It could be something Hometown Pride can help with. I mean, this won't even come in until August, but the grant has to be filled out.
The more rock you got, the more weeds you get.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could be a little less maintenance.
I get it. We can design that up once it.
I'll make a motion to table that till we get a little more.
Well,
She has to she has to write the grant
Right.
we can
before the next
Okay.
meeting.
approve the grant.
So
We're not approving the design,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Do you want to make that Cody still, or do you want me to?
I'll make a motion to
Approve the
approve a grant for a memorial park
Thank you.
by the statue.
Second,
I'll second.
Nicole. All in favor? Motion carried. Approve Laura to go, I assume, to a
Yes.
software group meeting May 27th in Lake City.
There's going to be 8 other towns there, and it's a good idea. The more of us around here that go on the same software, the more we can all help each other. And this happens to be one that I have a little more background on. So we finally got a hold of them and set up a date, and that happens to be the date.
Can I ask who it is?
Civic.
So this is a bunch of towns getting together to demo basically and train them or
Yeah.
learn more about it.
I know it's going to be all morning, but there is a chance it'll go all afternoon, knowing this bunch.
When is the 27th? What day is that on?
Thursday, Tuesday, I don't know.
Wednesday.
25th.
It's a Wednesday?
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve Laura to the software meeting in Lake City.
Second.
Cody and Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Approve accommodation for Jay Douglas on May 26th through June 5th. System update and training. I assume that's Janan. That's for her to come here. What does accommodation mean? I mean, what all are you
She stays
including?
in a hotel and we pay her meals.
Does she stay here? And we pay her meals. Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear.
Is this
And her mileage. And
something that we, as the council, could have a meeting with her while she's
you
here
bet she's planning on.
to get some information?
What's the whole plan? I know it says software update and training or system update and training, but
I'm
then we
hoping-
also mentioned getting like reports up to date. So kind of what's the purpose of her whole time here?
What
All
do-
of that.
Sure.
What does she exactly do? She's not the auditor.
She was a city auditor with Jerry for 25 years. Now she does this traveling when she's not in Florida or wherever else she's at for all these little towns. And she balances the system and helps the clerks. She'll train the new city clerk, help Derek with utility billing, help me with things. We've still not had a full training session for any of us that have tried to keep this afloat. And she's the one that's got the background. She put the software in Pocahontas 30 years ago. She's the installer. Yeah.
It sounds like her schedule is pretty busy, so if this is unattainable, but would it be better for her to come maybe June instead, because you're gone the 27th and then we won't have a clerk
Will we have a
Here.
clerk?
potentially?
We should. That's just the first time I can have her when she gets back from Florida. So if you want me to adjust that first day, I probably can, but she can still sit here with Derek all day and be a lot of help.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
So-
she's down at the conference in Lake City.
yeah.
Yeah.
She'll probably be at the Lake City with me because she's heading that whole thing up. So she'll come back with the 27th and then be here through the 5th if you guys are okay.
So she's heading up the 27th
Mhm.
meeting.
Yeah.
So we're paying her accommodations for.
She'll stay in Lake City that night. She's just back from Florida on the 26th.
I'm just wondering if we can better utilize her when we have the whole staff here together after we hire the city clerk.
So
I
can we
don't want to
go,
put this off any further. I think our financials need to get up to date, but I also want to maximize.
so can we go May 28th to June 5th?
Sure.
I mean,
She'll
that
be-
just makes more sense if she's going to be in Lake City anyway.
She'll be fine with that.
So we need a motion to approve accommodations.
So how many days,
We work right through the weekend. We work 12-hour days when she's
so
here.
how many days do you have here? I mean, I would just make a motion to approve for so many days and whenever it works
Yeah.
into her schedule
Yeah, that's all she's going to let me have right now.
is how many days is that?
1, 2, 8.
It's
Week and a half.
2 weeks.
Well, we work through the weekend, so
8,
So-
9.
I would say I'd make a motion to approve 7 days
okay.
Second.
and then
She was originally coming for 10 days.
10 days,
Yeah.
but was that the week,
Those two,
that's a weekend.
We work right through them. She comes in at 7 and we go
Yeah.
home at 7. That's how she goes.
so do you
I,
want
I would say 10 days. It's just we can.
Okay.
We
to,
can
7 to 10
we
days
can
whenever they fall?
we can extend that. If
If
We
need be.
need to.
Okay.
You get done at 6.
yeah,
No,
some
really
stuff.
out there.
Yes,
I understand. Grover. Yeah, that's fine.
So are you going to make a motion for 7 days, for 10 days, for 7 to 10 days? How do you want to do it?
Dude, I'll make a
How much
motion
time it takes.
for 10 days.
For 10 days? Okay.
Thank you.
Cody's making a motion for 10 days of accommodations for Janan. Anybody second? Brian? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I'm having a day.
I was gonna whisper.
That's okay. Motion carried. Let's just go with that. Next is updates and discussion regarding the ongoing water, wastewater, and storm drainage infrastructure projects.
I asked to put this on. I've gotten some information about the storm drainage, slip lining, and it sounds like we're kind of at a standstill with that right now. So I was just trying to get an update on all these projects on where we're at, because we really haven't heard much since we took this or anything like that. So
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what all projects are out there.
There are several. Tom, you want to enlighten us on the slip lining?
Basically, last I knew on the slip lining with Trump stopping a lot of the government funding, I didn't know if we, at one time, I thought we had the funding to do the cleaning and televising. That was supposed to be done sometime this summer, but Ben has not gotten a hold of me as far as a time frame or anything on that.
Yep. It's been approved and sent back to the USDA, so it's whenever they have the money to pay for that.
Yeah.
can we get a little more clarification? Because I was contacted by Ben and Dana at the USDA, and they're saying that we cannot qualify for the $40,000 grant because we have too much money in our sewer account and they're waiting for an email back explaining why we have that amount in our sewer
I've
account.
sent them everything and Dana told me it was fine.
Okay.
She was telling me that the USDA was
The USDA was what?
is running out of money.
Yeah, that's my understanding too, is that when that money is given out, it's, first come, first serve. So if we
And
don't
then they got
get
shut
that-
down for 4 months.
Right. I talked to them on Thursday, and that was the question they're waiting to answer is we have $300 and some $1,000 surplus in our sewer account, and the federal government will not give us money, even
If
though
we-
our town is of the size that we could easily qualify for that $40,000 grant for the engineers. We will not qualify for that money if we have that much in our account, and they're still waiting because they said if it's earmarked for a project, that's fine. They can explain that and we can qualify for it and it can be done and it's easy. But they're waiting for that information to be given to them.
That's all news to me. I'll have to get with Dana tomorrow.
And then what about the other 2 projects we have going on?
That's you, big guy.
The water plant, they got a meeting with Wednesday?
Yep.
And they have a third of the design done,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
And so we'll know more of them.
That's the McClure.
Yeah. That's 158 pages and a third.
I think Cody brought this up maybe a couple months ago now, but at one point we had talked, and that was back in June of last year, I think, with the previous council. McClure offered to do public education and get the word out a little bit more. And I think you brought it up recently, a couple meetings ago. Where are we at with that? And
We sent flyers with the last round of utility bills. It's also supposed to go in the paper to educate everyone on how to reduce their salt. Basically drop your water softener down a couple dials. And that's their public education. It's posted, it's been going in the paper, and it just went out with the bills for May.
When did the bills go out? The
week
first
early.
bill.
A week early.
How come we're not getting them at the polls?
let's talk about that then.
Okay.
What about
Sorry.
the waste treatment?
That's the slip lining.
So those are together?
There's 2
No,
projects.
2 projects. One's water treatment and one's waste treatment.
Waste.
Right. So,
Slip lining is waste, the salt is the water.
okay,
There's not a storm.
There's no
There's
storm.
no storm sewers project.
okay, so it's just those 2 projects we're undertaking.
Sanitary sewer in
Yeah.
water.
Thanks, guys. Do you want to talk about the lift station? Do we want to even go there?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Basically, we had electric pump come in probably a week before the incident that happened. We did have them move the floats that were in there because the ladder that goes down into there is rusted off and we can't get down there. So we had them move the floats where we can actually service it easier. Okay, in that process, probably 3-4 days later, when I got called to the issue of water in the basement, I opened the panel, I opened the pit. The pit did have a lot of water in it. I reached over to grab one of the floats. I no more touched that cable, and instantly my motor starter started and our alarm light came on. Okay, we got the water pumped out, checked with the neighbors. Only one neighbor had a problem, which that's not a small problem, but only one neighbor. As we looked into it, and like I said in the last council
That's not what
meeting,
their
that
stuff says.
panel has been cobbled together for years and years and years. We did find a date on it today. It was probably put in somewhere around 89. So it's got 37 years of service. Nobody wants to work on it. It's time to be replaced. We did go ahead and get a quote. Now this is not a rock solid number, but Electric Pump said it would probably take somewhere between 10 and 15,000 to put in a new panel and a new alarms.
So that's another project we need to put on the list.
So if you got 300,000 right there, you get rid of about 15 of them.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too, that if we have this money, I mean, during the budget workshop, you rattled off enough projects that I think it could easily be earmarked for projects. So we need to start looking at what is the biggest priority there to start getting that stuff up.
Get some of that money
The claim on the
and then
insurance.
goes with the USDA.
It doesn't have to be spent. It just has to have a reason.
Earmark.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So as long as we say, well, we have project X, Y, Z, and this is how much we're roughly going to spend, it's easy. Sounds like you can spend that away pretty easy.
Yeah, and as far as if you elect to put in a new panel, I'm assuming the insurance company is going to say, well, what did you do to remedy this from happening again? And you may get by with a lesser of a rate increase if you said, well, we put in a new panel.
Yeah.
We can hope.
Now, do you want to discuss the dig that we did the other day for the resident that had to plug a sewer line in the middle of the street?
Where was that at?
3rd Street?
Third Avenue and 9th Street, I believe,
Mhm.
Okay.
west.
Right over there by me. Blocked down from me.
Okay.
But basically, when we dug that, the line we thought was her line was not. We broke into it. I got pictures of it here. This has got the fern co-op from it. It's listed as neighbor. That's the one we started on. And after we got the fern co-op, you can see the alignment was way off. Being we had it exposed, we went ahead and took about 2 tile out and straightened it out, so that that would not be a potential issue in the
In
future.
the same spot.
When we got to the line that did have the problem, which is this one, there's the hole we found in the sewer line, and that is the repair. You did on it? Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't have any problem with that again.
Not in my lifetime.
Now it's fair, but it's still.
Yeah, the rest of it is still clay, but,
So was that in the middle of the street or was that on her property?
well, it was in the middle of the street, and that's one I'm not gonna get in the middle of. I believe city ordinance says the homeowner is responsible from her home to the connection of the main.
Right.
Now, we couldn't see really any evidence that when that manhole was replaced, that they got that deep. Cause you know, you can see the dig, the trench. Could something have gotten moved? Possibly. We've been a long ways away from it. Now the other one, I have no recollection of when that would have been dug. Now maybe when they put the manhole in, they did something and screwed something up. And they're the ones that got that one in cockeyed. I don't know. But
Well, you got it remedied, right?
yeah, we got it remedied.
So when they have slip lined
Are they gonna?
sewers in the past, did they do any going out towards the homes?
You mean the laterals?
Yeah.
No, they did not do those. The only thing we did going to the homes, there was maybe 20 of them that the service lines had fallen off from the main. They dug those up and they put a top hat in them to make sure they were all lined up and sealed up tight again. That's one of the things they did when they evaluated, when they went through and televised all of it.
So where that one broke that we dug up was one section from the main, and it went maybe 2 or 3 foot from the main.
Yeah,
It
we
was
were
a tile.
we were getting pretty
Way.
close, so it's really questionable. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of like, is this gonna rain? Maybe, maybe not. Those decisions are you people.
Can we get at the next, or honestly, just an email of our budget for this current fiscal year and the percentage spent for each line item for each department currently?
Yeah.
Because if there's things that need to take precedent and get repaired and we have money left over in certain line items for this budget and June is going to be here soon, we need to start knowing kind of what projects we can do in more immediately.
If there's
for them.
something that needs to be done
Yeah.
or spent
A current budget report.
now, we need to get it done.
It's just easier to see
ASAP.
with the percentage spent next to them, but you know where you're at there.
Are we good with that one?
Dave, did you dig today? What did you dig today? Okay. Did you give me that address?
Did I give it to you?
Yeah, I didn't think you did. Okay. Since you're here and we're talking,
There's a storm sewer problem.
So probably whenever they put the new line into the school, back say 20 years ago, the school was built. We had to go through that and we get repaired properly. Had to take it. Yeah.
Is that part of the drainage ditch?
Just a typical repair of a broken tile, right?
The answer back in the days was to throw tar paper over it and then throw concrete over it and then bury it, and that was a repair. That's not acceptable.
especially now.
Is that it? All right. Discussion regarding reoccurring utility billing discrepancies and potential contributing factors.
I asked to put this on again. I've been contacted 6 months now in a row of bills that are wrong, and they're not the same thing. They're different items, they're different lines on these bills that are not adding up. And I know that there are different explanations for each, and it's very individualized on some of these lines, but it does seem to be a recurring issue. And I think we owe it to the citizens to get them explanations, because I know I have it on auto pay. I don't even tend to look at the bill when it comes in. I know it's just going to be handled. My husband probably looks at it because that's who he is. But I mean, if people are getting 5 figures taken out of their account without looking at bills like that, that's
I've heard
concerning.
60,000. I've heard 100,000. I've heard a variety of numbers that have been called in to me saying, what is going on?
So what do we need to get? What do we need to do on the citizen side of things to help them feel a little more confident in that? And what do we need to do as a city to help remedy these situations?
This is going to be a software situation that will really help, and then more training. This is someone's first run, and 191 page that takes 3 days to proof was shortened to maybe a half hour, unbeknownst to anyone. So there's got to be more training. We've got to slow down and make sure we understand the process. And then the software on top of it, because now we've got new meters, old meters. We're reading from a tablet. We used to go handheld door to door. We don't do that anymore. So things are getting updated, and then things are trickling in. So it's 6 of one, 5 million of another.
Is that something, say, once you found out that there was a few, that you could put a message out on Facebook just saying that there was some mistakes?
I could, yep.
And just to
Mm-hmm.
let everybody know that.
Yep. We know right away, because
I mean,
all
let
phones
the town know
Yeah.
that, once they see it on Facebook, they're going to call and get
panic.
corrected,
Yeah.
but there
Yeah.
won't.
Or just to take an extra look and double check
Yeah.
for the citizens to make sure, and then they can contact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, that's rough as a citizen to hear that it was merely a training thing. So I think we need to talk about what the plan is, and it sounds like new software might help.
And
with
Janan
that.
coming in too.
Okay. So for people who have discrepancies, continue to contact City Hall. It will get rectified. And then for our remedy, we're going to get training, and we're looking at new software that would help
Yes.
mitigate this issue in the future.
Yes.
I haven't gotten courthouse bills, for instance,
So we are,
last month or this month.
they're being emailed to you, correct?
No, I haven't gotten emails either.
I've emailed them directly to you. K. Seiler at city at Pocahontas County.
.iowa.
Yeah, the
gov.
big long one.
Well,
And
I
Nita was
haven't,
on it too.
we haven't gotten them.
All right, I'll send them again.
I'd love to pay them, but I gotta
It's
get them.
also the citizen's responsibility, if they know they have a bill, to get it paid, even though they don't receive a bill.
Right, and that's the reason for asking.
But I will say too, though, that the previous council made a decision that certain individuals, a business in town that didn't get a bill for an extended amount of time, and then ended up with a $40,000 bill at one point, and they made a negotiation to kind of compromise with that business at that time. So we've kind of set the precedent that like it is on us to do our job too. So I want to make sure that, because there are other individuals who are like, I haven't gotten one for a year. So I hate to hear that as a council person, because that's money we're missing out on. As a citizen, maybe I feel differently if it's happening to me, but we need to kind of start double checking that sort of stuff if we're missing out on some money there.
Done with that discussion? Approve the roof estimate for the pool. That's a fall project.
This will be part of that TIF money. Got two estimates from High Point Roofing. I don't have them in front of me. I think one is 36,000 and one's 26,000. I've got the samples in my office if you want to, touch them and whatever you want to do.
Where is this company out of?
Omaha, but he's licensed
We
in Iowa,
never,
and he's a local guy.
He did the resort center.
Who is he?
Wayne Point.
we never put it out for bids for anybody in the community.
No, anybody else?
We
Like there's
Oh.
Lorenz Roofing there, which is more local than Omaha.
Well, he owns a property at Prairie Estates, and he has 8 family members here in town.
I mean, we need to put it out to,
We can put it out. It's under 50,000, so it only requires one bid, but I can put it out if you want to put it out.
I think
We've
we
got
should.
Cash, you always put roofs
I
out.
think we
Yeah.
should put it out.
We've got time.
I think, yeah. I
That's
think
fine.
anything going forward, if it's, I really don't care the dollar amount. You need to be able to compare and contrast the pros and cons of each individual and what they're going to offer you. I don't think it's fair to make a decision on one piece of information.
It's licensed insured contractors.
Yep,
Mhm.
and he was. Okay. So we can wait on that. We can table it.
Okay, table that one.
I'll make a motion to table this.
How far out are we going? Like county?
I don't know. You guys have to
City.
tell me.
I think we need to just,
You want to see what comes in? Or is that not the way to do it? I mean,
How are you
How about
going?
just circulation of the paper.
yeah, how have you done other bids in the past on social media and the paper?
Yep.
I think that's,
we open them up and
adequate.
say in 30 days, and then if we get a response, great. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to go out to Des Moines if somebody?
you're meaning who can we accept bids from?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get the cheapest bid and it's from Des Moines, you have to accept that, right?
Well, then instead of, you don't have to go with the cheapest.
You do not have to go.
Once we get all the
cheapest.
bids, we can verify which one we want to go with.
I just know in the past you've done the community,
Right.
Mhm.
but you're getting less
Yeah.
contractors in the community.
But if we use the paper though, Grover, like you're saying, it does cover more people because it's part of Storm Lake. We're part of it. Yeah.
If you did the surrounding counties or something, or
Circulation of the paper.
So Nicole made a motion.
Well, I'll
Basically, we're just tabling that until we get,
Yeah, I don't think I can make a motion to approve
no.
the circulation of anything under this one, so I'll just leave my motion to table the
To table
the
that.
rec project until we get further information.
Nicole, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
Wes? All in favor?
I-
Motion carried. Approve the acrylic recognition plaque.
I sent pictures of this. These people came to me because I wrote the article for the Fort Dodge Messenger. Actually talked to him a year ago, and then we waited till after the events and put the pictures in. And I picked the most inexpensive one just to have here in City Hall because it does represent the 155th and all the time the chamber put in for those events.
Is this,
I sent you the article way back when I got it.
is it plaque something that could go outside?
I don't think so. I think it's more of an in-office thing.
Or is it something that could go up to by the teepee or something that more people could read it?
We probably could weather, yeah. We could put it in a glass something.
Put it out in the teepee?
No, well, you,
Princess
Or
Park.
Or just their cabin is.
yeah, the cabin. I just didn't know what it was. You said it's acrylic, so is it covered? You know, you see,
It's
plaques,
covered. We
so-
can put it in
like
the,
2 pieces of acrylic with like things thrown between it, so it's not.
so it's not
super
steel.
sealed.
yeah. I was thinking more for somewhere in here or in my office or wherever.
How much does this,
274.
and what is the reason?
It was a nice article and
Yeah.
Messenger made a very nice story out of it. So
Didn't our local paper do a nice?
I'm sure they probably did, but
I just
I mean,
mean,
it was just
do
an
we
idea.
really need the acrylic plaque
These are taxpayer
to
dollars that
hang
we're
somewhere
spending.
that not many, you know, we don't have any other ones?
I can get the article.
At the log cabin, you're gonna probably want acrylics and nobody mess.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's,
It'd probably go in the cap.
I mean, other things that are in the log cabin aren't acrylic. There's laminated stuff.
Mhm.
There's, you know, this,
I think it'd be nice to just get a nice frame and get 2 of them and do the messenger and also our local papers special on the history. And I know there's a piece about the time capsule and all the different work that went into it as well. So it'd be nice to highlight both of them.
I feel to get more just information out to the
Yeah.
the log cabin out there for people to see. I don't
Mhm.
really feel we need an acrylic
That's fine.
plaque to hang up here in City Hall.
That's why I brought it up.
So do we need a motion to, how do we do that?
It'd just be no motion because we decided not to do it.
Right.
No motion at all? Not do it. All right. We're down to the bottom. Any reports from anybody? Gave us this.
Yeah.
This is to amend the current budget. Okay. Right.
So I will read a little bit of information. The community cafe program, the $5 lunch deal we had going, served 919 meals. The economic development provided $3,844 into the communities. So that was a success. Now it's a matter of funding it for longer term because we don't have congregate meals. So that's where that project came from.
I know that Mary Jo has been paying for that through economic development. Are you saying she's going to stop?
It was only until April 30th, and then we have to look into her budget because we don't know what people are giving her to support or sustain this going further.
Gotcha.
So it's at a review point.
Gotcha.
And I do want to talk about the 18th. We need to have a public hearing for TIF. We need to have a public hearing for amendments, which you got a copy of. These are bills that have already been approved and paid. These are numbers that go on the Department of Management website. This is what will be in the paper. So it'll just be a quick approval on that on the 18th. That's just the other part of the budget is the amendments. One's your left arm, one's your right, and they go together for the year.
So that will be along with our next council meeting.
Yep. So if we want to start at 4, like we have before, we do 4:30, 4:45, and 5 o'clock is my thought.
How many?
Well, because we have TIF, that'll be a hearing, public hearing, and then we have the amendments, but that's all.
The amendments are just in the regular council meeting, right?
No, has to be public hearing.
It's separate. It is separate.
Yep. So those two are separate, and then the regular meeting.
So we have to have 3 meetings,
Yep.
two specials
Yep.
and one regular.
2 hearings, yeah. So I've got everything ready to go to with paper if you guys are okay with that, because they are going on vacation and we have a short deadline for posting.
Have you set up meetings with the other 2 that we were supposed to do before the public hearing for the TIF?
Already had my meetings. Everything's fine.
Anybody else got any?
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second.
Brian and Cody, all in favor? Motion carried.
Don't need it.
Whew.
I'll go send that right now. Thank you, city guys. Bye, Nick.
So do you want these pictures back?
Those?
Yeah.
No, I've seen it for
Have it sitting in the hole.
No, like,
So nice.
you can keep them though.
You know what? I have tonight.
I'll send you colors. I couldn't get the printer to print color.
Kind of nice to be able to show.